You know I'm going to say My Chemical Romance.
Jinx!
It's going to buy me a ticket. So I've kind of not gotten a good start to this at all. Yeah, we're starting.
Oh, we're starting.
Right now. Yeah. So there's not really a good way to start a podcast. I've found out actually by doing this a few times. But I will say our banter is probably going to be real good because we're really good friends.
Yes, we are indeed. Miss Edie.
Miss Edie. Do you want to? So kind of the way I like to start. I don't know, because there's not a good way to start it, is maybe, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure, I can introduce myself. My name is Bridget Fitzgerald. Mm-hmm. I am 5'2".
You're 5'2", okay. What do you like to do, Bridget?
Red hair, blue eyes. What do I like to do? I like to make art with my friends, whether that is improv or like theater type stuff, or making short film movies.
I heard recently that you baked a cake for the first time.
I did.
Did you enjoy that?
I did enjoy that process. I baked a cake for the first time ever, and I got to design it all on my own, which was actually quite fun. I never really I don't consider myself a baker, so like that being a new challenge, and also like getting a lot of feedback on the cake that it was quite good.
I did have some of that cake, and it was really, really good.
That makes me pleased, because I think a lot of people say that they like baking is like a stress reliever for them. Mm-hmm. It was actually very anxiety inducing because I kept checking the oven because I'm like, it's overheating, it's gonna overheat, or I thought I overcooked it, but I think it went well. So
no, it was really, really good. For the audience members that are not in on this joke that we're talking about right now, it was my birthday recently, and Bridget baked me my birthday cake. It was so delicious, and I gave her free creative control over everything.
Exactly.
And it turned out really well, and it was great. And I loved the yellow cake and chocolate frosting. I think that is one of the supreme combos.
It looked like a cosmic brownie.
It was. Oh, it did. Yeah. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, it looked like a cosmic brownie. It had sprinkles. It had her name on it, like Edie motherfucking Tingle.
There we go.
Exactly. A bunch of M&Ms. It was fun.
It was really good.
Yeah.
And it was on a cutting board too, which was also one of my favorite parts.
I don't have.
I mean, what do you put a cake on if you have to transport it?
I'm a single female that doesn't cook that much nor bake, so I have very limited baking utensils.
Yeah, you don't even have a microwave.
I don't own a microwave.
Which is fine.
Radioactivity. I'm not gonna get the gamma rays and turn into the Hulk, but
that's okay.
In actuality, I don't have storage space.
That's what it is?
Yeah. No, I don't have.
No, I know.
I don't have counter space. I live in a studio apartment right by the park, which is like, I'm there for the location. I'm not there for the counter space.
You basically live in the park. Yeah, I get it.
I'm there every day, dog. Mm-hmm. I walk that thing like it's my bitch. I walk that park like it's my motherfucking park, but it's not. It's the People's Park.
It's the People's Park, but you are the People's Park princess.
I will be the People's Park princess. Mm-hmm. I will be Princess Diana of Piedmont Park. If that's...
No, I'm going to start calling you
Princess Diana, Princess Di.
Princess Di of Piedmont Park.
Princess Di of PP. Sometimes in my inner monologue when I'm like, I'm going to go walk PP this morning, like, as in Piedmont Park, it's like an inside joke with myself. I'll say, let's go to PP. Because I don't say that aloud, or I don't say that to my friends, but maybe it will be if I say, like, hey, you want to go to PP? You know what it means.
I'll know what it means now. And I'd go to PP with you any day of the week. Yeah, let's go. Let's go right now in this rain.
Okay, yeah, it's drizzling. This is the first day. I feel like it's, like, been a very long and, like, gray fall day, which is really nice. Mm-hmm. The date is October 6th. The time is 6:42 p.m. No, it's October 5th. My dyslexic brain.
That's okay.
But I feel
it's been a dreary day.
It has. Yeah. I feel like I do really like a proper like fall dreary day though. Yeah. Like I feel like it's a nice excuse to get like all cozy and cuddly in bed. and like get your pajamas on, make a cup of tea. Like,
I was literally talking with someone earlier today, and I was like, I cannot wait until I can put my oversized Run the Jewels hoodie on, my sweats, and go lay in bed
exactly
tonight.
Like just like it's. I feel like when it's a gray day, it's easier to romanticize being cozy, and I feel like I love a sunshiny day. Like I like being outside, but sometimes when it's been so sunny, it really is nice for like that one or like that collection of gray days to kind of sneak in and just like allow yourself to kind of just sink into your couch or into your bed and just really romanticize being cozy. Candle, tea, anything. Your stuffed animal, anything.
My good friend, my stuffed animal, my Kermit, my other one. I have so many stuffed animals. But it's fine. We're not talking about me. I'm talking to Bridget Fitzgerald.
We can talk about you too. It's a two-way street. A conversation is a dance between two people.
You are correct. But I want everyone to know how cool you are.
Cool.
And that is why I invited you to come on my podcast.
I'm so, honestly, when you asked me to be on it, I was like jumping for joy. I was like, I think I released an audible like, what? Like, you know, like a sweet little, oh yeah, I would. I was so happy when you asked me.
Of course. You have a really, really interesting creative brain that honestly has so many filters on it that I don't have, because I didn't grow up the way you did. I did not go to college the way you did. I do not have the tenure in emergency medicine that you do.
Gosh,
and it's just so wildly different how like I would say like you are one of my favorite people and you're one of my best friends.
Bestie.
But we have besties. But it's so wildly different how our brains are so
just wired differently, or our thought process is different.
Yeah, even though we're both creatives, it's just before we started recording, we both made Kick the Ladders this week, which is a weekly film challenge in Atlanta where everyone gets the same prompt, but everyone kind of goes on different tangents with their ideas, and we were comparing our Kick the Ladders, and they were so different. Hers was hilarious. Mine was kind of sad this week, and it's just so cool what we can do with the same information and just go in different directions.
How people interpret things and kind of like you see where it goes. And I'll be honest, like I feel like I feel like I'm still kind of finding my footing with some of this creative process, specifically with like more like visual mediums. Like I used to vlog, in high school, but it was I vlogged,
I didn't know that.
I vlogged in high school for like 2 years, and you can look it up, Bridget.
I was going to say, how can we find these vlogs? It's called
Bridget's Wednesdays, The Pill, because the idea was that like I had a group of 7 besties in high school. There's 7 days of the week, and we each all had a designated day.
Oh, that's fun.
And so, like, a daily video, like a daily pill. And so mine was Wednesdays, so I would upload every Wednesday.
Oh, that's fun.
It was basically just me talking to myself.
How long were they typically?
My videos were usually like 13 minutes. Like, it was way too long.
All one take?
No. Okay. I would, like, take various videos throughout the week and then just, like, mash them in time.
Okay.
The sound editing would be so bad. The music would be way too loud. I was actually just rewatching them a few like nights ago. And
you have to learn from your experiences. Oh wait, was that the video you sent?
I sent in there. Yeah, I sent in a group chat. There's like, and I feel like I have a lot of the same mannerisms. My voice. I don't know if my voice sounds the same or if it doesn't, but maybe I'll show you after this.
Yeah.
Just like little blips and blurbs, but I would always end like a vlog on like a positive note. Like the moral for this week, guys, is to always keep trying. And like my high school ass self and like junior,
but it's
senior,
still true, man.
It's cute. Like it was cute. Like, and I feel like hopefully I like am still kind of like that. Like, oh, it was just always ended on a positive note, which I thought was funny.
You're genuinely and generally a positive person, so I think you are.
Thank
I think you took those lessons from your Wednesday pill.
Let's go, Wednesday pill.
I love that.
Yeah, but as you said, like, yeah, it's so cool that like we are able to see how like our, just how different minds like process and approach creative processes in a different way, because like I still feel like I'm kind of learning. Like
I've been a filmmaker for most of my life, and I'm still learning.
Yeah, I mean every day we learn. Like
it's a never-ending thirst for that knowledge, and like you don't ever have to be one thing creatively, and you can always be learning like with Kick the Ladder, you know, we all learn about, like, editing, acting, directing, directing photography. And that is the cool thing about the Kick the Ladder. And you get to try new things, and you get to
experiment and challenge yourself.
Yeah, and Isaac Dietz, who runs Kick the Ladder, he's one of the producers, and he's also the host. He was talking about, like, last week, how a lot of people don't ever get to practice filmmaking, and how he wanted to make Kick the Ladder so people could practice filmmaking.
Yeah.
And it has helped me as a filmmaker, how I've been doing it for the last year and a half or so.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, almost 2 years at this point.
Yeah,
That's wild.
Years.
But I feel like I have grown as a filmmaker, and I'm very grateful for Kick the Ladder. Also, partially because you and I got close.
Yeah, I would say probably, like, the majority of my, like, besties in Atlanta are from that space.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of my close girlfriends, like you and, like, Grace
Davenport, amazing filmmaker. Kaylin Casarola, amazing filmmaker.
Like, Kylie, Aaliyah, there's so many people. Like, there's so many just wonderful people that even like, you know, admiring their creative process, but also, like, their minds, but also just loving the human being that comes with it. So
100%. I completely understand what you're saying. Like, I got to do a movie earlier this summer with Aaliyah, and her and I were adversaries in this movie. But we got to be so close, and I love getting to become better friends with people through creative processes and learning from them. Like, I learned so much from Aaliyah, spending a month filming a film with her, you know?
That was so badass you did that, too. Like, I remember, like, when you got it was around the same time that I found out I got the part in the musical. I was like, look at us living our best creative life. I can't... When does that movie come out, by the way? Do you have an idea?
You know, I probably... You know, the turnover time for, like, films like that is, like, a year. So, hopefully, you know, next summer... Summer 2026.
Premiere City. Let's go, Plaza Theater. 2026.
Let's go.
Summer 2026.
No, and I'm grateful to be able to get to know some of my best friends through creative spaces.
Yeah, no, I think that is I think that's one thing. Coming to Atlanta, I thought I was going to be in and out. Because, like, I came down for grad school.
What year was that?
This was 2021, so it's been 4 years, guys. Wow. Holy moly. That's basically, like, a whole
high school.
A whole high school. I came down here to get my master's degree in global health, like public health, at Emory. And then I was like, oh, I want to go somewhere else after that. And I thought the only friends I would make down here would be people in my, like, program, like my grad student friends. And I have grad student friends.
They are very lovely.
I love them. They're so wonderful. Like, the passion they have for the world. Like, I don't know, you don't go into public health for the money.
No, it's wild to know real life superheroes.
Like, oh, get the hell out. That is so nice of you for saying that.
I can't even, you are so humble, it makes me sick.
There's nothing to be humble about. I just want to do something that interests me.
You work in, like, you now work in emergency response, like, stuff at Emory, which is insane. And, like, you went home, I believe, maybe a month or so now, and the day you went home was the day that the Emory shooting happened. Yeah. And you were working from your, like, childhood home.
It was pretty intense. Yeah,
not to bring it down.
No, we're not bringing it down. We're punching up. We're punching up
because you're a real life superhero.
No, for context, I went to Virginia Tech. Go Hokies. And I was a volunteer EMT for, like, 4 years. And that's kind of my first time, like, venturing into, like, the workspace, whatever. Like, I was a lifeguard.
But how old were you when you started doing that?
When I was 18.
When you started doing volunteer EMT stuff?
Yes. I was 18 when I started. Very young. It was, like, a very male-dominated space as well. And also, like, we're in West Virginia, theoretically. From 18 to 20... How old am I? 23, like 22, 23. I was working in EMS, and for the most part, it was like, you know, it was like college. Like, the majority of patients we got were drunk kids, you know, like basketball popped out of shoulder during, like, intramural basketball or something. But then occasionally we'd have, like, a tougher call, like an opioid overdose or something. Because that was just down in Appalachia. That was just around the area.
I mean, it's a epidemic right now.
Oh my God.
So.
This was like back in 2016 to 2020. And that's what got me into public health. It's like, why, you've heard of the show and the book Dope Sick
yes.
by Beth Macy, shout out.
Mm-hmm.
I actually got to, like, she's from Roanoke, Virginia,
cool.
wrote, and that was the backyard of Virginia Tech. Like, it was like a city 45 minutes away. So I got to actually meet her.
That's awesome.
I read the book when I was an EMT. I loved it. And it just made me so mad. Like, the whole story and the whole just corruption of big pharma, like, specifically targeting Southwest Virginia and the Appalachian area to push, like, OxyContin because of it just was so, like, we see this epidemic being born and this reliance on painkillers that I recommend you. I think the book is phenomenal. I encourage you to read the book. Dope Sick by Beth Macy. It was made into a TV show, I believe, on Hulu with Michael Keaton.
Yes, Michael Keaton. I actually have a couple friends that were in that show.
Really? Oh God, it's so moving. But that fucking rage from, pardon my French, that effing rage is what.
This is a family-friendly podcast.
Exactly. No cussing.
The other day, Davey was talking about his pot dealer. Like,
oh, really?
Fun,
I got so mad, and I'm like, okay, Gandhi, be the change you want to see in the world. Like, find something that gets, like, fuels the fire underneath your ass and go fucking learn about it. And so I was like, public health, done. Yeah. Like, and I've been really interested in public health ever since and got my degree in it, whatever. So much freaking, student debt or all that stuff. So expensive. Freaking Emory, don't go to a private institution, I'm telling you.
Even though... it was a great experience.
It was a good experience. I met a lot of wonderful people, and, like, I had a cool gig. Like, it followed me into the CDC for however long I was there, but that was fun. Anyways, ranting. But what I was saying before I went off this tangent into another tangent into the tree of tangents.
Yeah, that's what a podcast is. Yeah.
It's just tangenting?
Tangents.
You give me, I will monologue. You give me a space to talk, I will monologue.
That's why I asked you to come on the podcast.
I feel like when I first came down here for grad school, I thought all my friends were going to be from grad school. But then I took one improv class, and that improv class kind of made me kind of like not feel like a student in a city I was, like, living and going to school in. It made me feel like a young adult in a city I was living in. And that made me, I started going to the bibliotech jams. I started to meet everybody outside of school and kind of making connections because of the shared passion for art and the love of creation. And then I got to meet people through KTL. Like, I think...
The Atlanta improv scene and Kick the Ladder definitely have a lot of crossover.
Yes. It's...
People just want to make things.
I know. People just want to make things and, like, collaborate with... And the Atlanta freaking, creative community is on fire. Are you kidding me?
I was talking with Drew about this the other day. Like, everyone is so, like, talented and wildly driven in Atlanta.
And, that hungry.
Hungry is a great word. And everyone, it's just so it's such a cool place to be right now.
It is.
And I'm honored to work with so many people that I get to work
and
with.
As someone that, like, I'll call it myself. I feel like I'm like a 9-to-5er in like the community.
Sure,
I think that's how I see myself.
There are so many people that are 9-to-5ers.
I know they are. I know.
And it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing, but I think one thing that I've just found it so inspiring, I think, to, like, I came down here theoretically for like work stuff, like for work, career, blah, blah, blah. But then meeting the Atlanta creative community, whether that was through improv, through KTL, it makes you slow down and, like, actually appreciate, like it's so cliche and corny, but, like, it makes you slow down and actually, like, appreciate, like, life outside of that. And because of how...
That doesn't sound cliche or corny.
How driven and how, like, fucking awe-inspiring. Like, even when KTL was on a break or took a pause...
Hiatus,
people were... Yeah, on hiatus. People were creating their own short films. People were raising money for, like, filming their own features. And I don't know. I haven't met people that are hungry to make art, and it's so, like, I don't know, inject that shit into my bloodstream. It's so inspiring.
You know, I can get a syringe and the love of all of our friends and just, like,
inject it into me. But I don't know, I've loved it. It's been so kick-ass just to, I don't know, even call myself a small part of the realm.
You are a part of the community. You're a part of, like, the improv community. You're a part of the Kick the Ladder community. You're a very important part of all of it.
I appreciate it. I love it. It's been a joy. It's been so much fun.
I mean, you are, I'll say, a real life superhero and a real life creative force. Like, earlier this year, you got to do a musical for the first time.
Yeah, for the first time. Yeah, in a while.
Can you talk a little bit?
I can talk about that. Yeah. So I have always been a theater kid. I did theater in high school and college. Mm-hmm. College, I graduated 2020, so R.I.P. COVID. That stunk. I was supposed to be in a musical called Pippin. I was supposed to be...
You were going to be in Pippin? Who were you going to be?
I was Pippin's understudy. And then
that's awesome.
I was going to be Bertha, though. So it was like sexually frustrated grandmother. Yeah. And I freaking loved that role. I was like, that role is for me. Mm-hmm. Then it got canceled because of COVID, yada, yada, yada. I think I cried the hardest I have ever cried in my life up until this point. Yeah. When I found out it was canceled. Because, like, I was going to be my, like, swan song goodbye to theater. And then fast forward 5 or 6 years later, I guess 5 years later, our friend Grace Davenport.
Amazing.
Very impressive young lady.
Yes, don't worry. She'll be on here.
She'll be on. She
doesn't know it yet, but she'll be on. She's on my short list.
Oh, heck yeah. She self-funded and produced and directed a musical called Next to Normal. Yes. And I auditioned. I got a part as Natalie, which is one of the supporting leads, and it was such a fun time. It was oh my gosh.
You're phenomenal.
Thank you so much, because I have never really been super confident in my, like, singing voice, or, like,
You're great.
You sing all the... I understand. I love singing.
You love singing.
But that doesn't mean I'm, like...
Good.
Super...
I also love singing. I'm not good at singing.
I've heard you sing. You've got a very pretty voice.
No, but, like, there is a difference between, like, being able to be singing on stage. Yeah. And, like, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, and, like, I still feel like I haven't built up, you know, the confidence where I can actually say, like, look someone in the eye and say, like, I'm a fucking good singer. Like, I think I can be like, I have my moments. Like, there's some days I'm better than... Like, that, I think, if someone was like, you were so good in that part, I'd be like, oh, well, that part was in my range. You know, I'd find some way to kind of, blah, 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 because I don't actually fully... I don't fully believe it yet. But it was just so cool and exhilarating to kind of, like, step back into that realm of stage and scripted acting. Yeah. I live for that shit. Mm-hmm.
That's your bread and butter?
That's my bread and butter. Like, that, like, the theater. I love improv.
Oh, yeah, no, improv's fun.
But...
Improv is very fast and loose, and it has an immediate satisfaction. Yeah. Theater has, like, a little bit of a slower burn, and it's more about process and preparing.
Yes,
you know?
I would agree, and I would say I think, like, improv, the gift it is to make someone laugh. Like, no better joy than, like, making someone laugh. Like, I think that is such a special experience to have. Mm-hmm. But to be able to, like, move someone, to be able to make someone think in a different way. I think that's why I love theater so much, or, like, the scripted stuff, like, specifically, like, more dramas. Yeah. Because you kind of, you might have a character, you might have a part, and you get to spend so much time with them.
Yeah, the process
and then when you do that on a live stage, there's it's like, it's adrenaline, it's such an adrenaline rush. And then people getting that feedback after a show, like, I think, like, someone came up to me after the musical and said, that was so powerful, like, I cried, I remember, you know, like, I felt very similarly, like, in my, you know, in my own experiences. Like, that shit is, like, inject that into my veins, because I'm like, oh my god, like, you're gonna give me a heart attack. Like, I'm over the moon hearing that.
It hits you in a different part of your heart than laughter
exactly,
does.
Yes.
I completely understand
that. I also love making people laugh, so I'm not gonna stop doing that.
Yeah, you're very funny.
Oh, thank you.
You make me laugh every single day.
But you know how there's, like, different types of humor? There's, like, some people are witty and really quick-witted and dry. I think I don't think I'm, like, super quick or dry. I think my humor is just my personality. Like, I think it's just me behaving in like
in a chaotic way.
Or like some people, in a chaotic way, or people are like, you speak really funny, or like you have a weird vernacular, like you say some weird things. I'm like, well, okay, it's like a kindergartner met a grandpa and they mashed together, and that's my like lingo. Yeah. Whatever.
No, I love that. That's a great way to describe it.
You got a problem with it? Take it up with the big guy. I don't know who the big guy is, but the big guy's my brain. You got a problem with the way I speak? Come talk to me about it.
The big guy is my brain.
Yeah. You see, even stuff like that. Anyway.
I love that. No, and someone at my party at the other night asked me, "Where's Bridget from?" Because like I couldn't pick up on like
an accent.
Not even an accent. I think it was your vernacular, but it was also an accent type thing.
Oh, really?
And I was like, I don't know. I'll ask her next time.
I'm from Northern Virginia.
Yes. Yeah, we went over that.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. You know, sometimes I get called out because a lot of the time, so it's easy for people in Northern Virginia to say, I'm from D.C., but that's not true. Because, like, if people know you're not from D.C., and people know you are from Northern Virginia and you're not from D.C., they will call you out. You're not from D.C., you are from Northern Virginia.
It's kind of like in Atlanta when it's like, oh, yeah, I'm from Atlanta. It's like, no, you're actually from Marietta.
Exactly. Yeah, no. It's funny when people
Marietta is a northern part of Atlanta, but it's not Atlanta proper for people who don't live in Atlanta. No, this has been very fun so far, and thank you for coming on my podcast.
I will always be here. I called Edie on my way over here, and I was like a little grumpy because my ETA kept going up.
Traffic was really bad today.
And up. There was like an accident. I think it wanted to take me a different way, but even the way it took me, there was traffic. Ugh. And I think my ETA went from like 5:53 to like 6:15. Yeah. And I just felt my blood starting to boil.
Yep.
And I was screaming on the phone. I was like, rah, rah, rah. I went into a little chihuahua mode.
That's okay. And I was like, do you want to do this another night? Are you good?
I was like, no, I want to come. I'm already on my way. But now I'm good. I just needed a moment to like drink some water, chill on the couch. Yeah, feel better.
I had just made food right before you got here because I thought you were going to take a little bit longer. And then you came in, you went horizontal on my couch for a minute, and you were fine. And I think sometimes if you're feeling frustrated, this is a general note on life, love life, and the pursuit of happiness. If you just take a breath, drink some water, and lay horizontal on a soft, either bed or couch, or maybe floor, a mat, I don't know, and just relax for a second, that can do wonders.
Just take a breath.
Yeah, take a beat.
I have heard that... One thing, I feel like this year, I'm going to be vulnerable for a moment, Cass. Pod, I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to...
Drew keeps calling this the pod.
The pod.
I freaking hate it.
Hey, pod.
No. Use it. Call it by its full legal name. Podcast.
Full
government name.
The podcast. I'm going to be vulnerable with you for a second. I feel like this year I've battled with a little bit more anxiety than I have in the past.
Well, if you've noticed, the world is on fire.
The world actually objectively sucks.
So, and it's hard not to let that
it's hard not to let that bother you, even if you've got the outside stuff, like on the news, like all this rhetoric and everything going on in the background is crap. And then if you have your own personal life stuff going on, that's crap. I think I've noticed, like, my anxiety has been a little bit higher, or situational, whatever. And one thing that I've heard has been, if you are feeling like you're about to spiral, or you're in the middle of a spiral, or you're, like, freaking out, put your hands underneath some, like, cold water.
Cold water?
Because, like, it's, like, the sensation or the sensory of it is, like, just, like, ice cold water. Just put them underneath and hold them there. It kind of helps you bring you back to your body.
So it's like, regulating your nervous system?
Yeah, exactly. And I've tried to do that whenever this was, like, probably early in the year, like, April-ish, when I was just, living on a different planet in my mind.
Not doing great.
No, I was not doing great. Got laid off, because I got doged.
The capital G government.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Elon got me, guys. Yeah. Elon got me.
He got Bridget, but Bridget's good now.
Bridget's good. Bridget's employed and doing whatever work I do. I want it to be somewhat health related, but I want to enjoy it. Yeah. Like, I can't just be a finance bro.
So God, you being a finance bro would be one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
No, because the work-life balance wouldn't be there. I need work-life balance as well.
No. So you were talking about April of this year.
Oh, April of this year was pretty, like, I felt, like, pretty anxious, but I've been feeling much more stable, which is wonderful. Mm-hmm. Yoga has been a huge help.
Yes, and congratulations, you just did your 100th
I just took my 100th yoga class. I went this morning to yoga, and it was my 100th class, and I had, like, a little celebration. They had a little sign.
It was really cute. The picture was so cute.
It was so sweet. I was so happy. Yoga's been such a good workout, and just such a good, like, mind cleanse.
Yeah, and it gets you zen. Gets you out of your brain and just into your body.
Into, like, a flow state, like, truly. Like, it sounds so, like, that's what it is. Yoga is just the flow of it.
The flow of it all.
And I really have been very thankful for, like, finding yoga. And I'm not, and in all honesty, I'm not the most flexible person naturally. Like, even with 100 classes down, I can finally touch my toes.
Great, congratulations.
But it's not a competition.
It's also not a competition, but it's also, like, you should feel good in your body.
Exactly. I'm more stretchy than I ever have been. I've never really been able to kick high, and now I can kick a little higher.
That's great. It's all about consistency and progress.
Exactly. You know? It's been feeling good. And you've been gym ratting
I have. I normally go to this isn't a brag, I normally go to the gym like 5 days a week. Yeah. And since it's October now, I will have been doing that for a year next month.
I know.
Which is wild.
Fucking bad bitch.
You know, earlier this year I was quote unquote not doing well, and so there were a couple weeks where I hadn't gone, and I felt bad.
Yeah.
Straight up.
No, I mean,
bad.
there is research that shows like if you are stressed or you're going through, you know, like a harder period of time, like physical activity actually helps.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's not gonna cure anything, but it is a release of like boosting your endorphins, and then also like feeling like you are doing something good for yourself. Really is a boost.
Yeah. I mean, one of my favorite things to do, like, when we hang out, is, like, you'll be like, you want to go for a walk in the park?
Yeah.
I'm like, absolutely. I'm a dog. Let's go. Go take me for a walk in the park.
Yeah. If I'm like, you want to catch up? Let's go for a walk.
Let's go for a walk. You want to go for a walk?
Yeah, I'm always suggesting if someone wants to walk. But it makes me feel bad or not makes me feel bad, but I sometimes feel bad because I'm like, oh, you want to go walk in the park? Because I live right next to the park, so people often have to come to me. I'm not really going out of my way to, like, people have to come and cross town to get to me.
Yeah.
So I want to acknowledge that and thank you and say I'm very grateful for all the treks you've taken.
Of course.
But I also enjoy our park time.
Yeah, no, I also enjoy our park time. That's why I brought it up. And I'm grateful that you came to my house today to do this.
Oh, dude, of
usually,
course. You actually have a house. You have a couch I can sit on, a TV I can watch. I need to come here more. This couch is very comfortable.
I do really like this house. I am grateful. Like, I've been here for, like, 4 years, 3 years, 4 years now. I do love it, and I take care of my father, as you know, and
you are one of the most, like, the strongest, most resilient motherfuckers, I feel. Well, I think I told you this
me the other day,
because I said the thing that's remarkable to me is, like, you're not only doing something, you know, so challenging and just so you handle it with such grace and humility. Like, you lead life that's already, like, challenging with so much humility and grace. And that is so, and how many people can say that truly? Like, if I have a hardship, the world knows. If I'm like,
that's what you said the other day.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Like, if I'm like, oh my God, like, I got a splinter in my thumb, like, I am shouting that from the tops of my roof. I'm like, I'm posting it on my Instagram story, like, no, I know, I wouldn't do that, but, like,
people know.
I'm be like, yeah, if someone's like, hey, how you doing, Bridget? I'm like, I got a splinter in my thumb, it's really tired, but, like, you have been like, I didn't really know about your situation until I think, like, maybe even, like, 6-8 months into knowing you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like virtue signaling, and I don't be like, I'm a 30-year-old person, and I basically have a 71-year-old teenage son that I take care of, you know? No, like, my dad had a head injury a few years ago, and I am very grateful that he is still with us, but with brain injuries, there are certain functions that you can't do, and you can't live alone.
Yeah.
Which is okay. I'm glad he's here. But what I was saying is I'm very grateful for my home that I've kind of curated to my specifications, and also my dad lives with me, so I am afforded enough space so we don't kill each other.
You can coexist.
Exactly.
You can coexist.
Yeah, I forgot where I was going with that.
No, I know, but also thank you for sharing that, and also.
I'm willingly talk about it, but I also don't post everywhere in the world.
No.
Oh my God, I make such big sacrifices.
Yeah, but I mean, you are an incredible tour de force of light and just thoughtfulness and care and support. Truly, generosity in the human being form is Edie Tingle.
What?
I was gonna say something.
What?
I was gonna say, you look up the word thoughtful in the dictionary and it's Edie Tingle. Yeah.
That's so funny. You're adorable, and thank you. I never fish for compliments, but whenever
they come, they come.
Oh my God. No, Davey a while ago was talking about how I'm a person that whenever he runs into me in public, and we start having a conversation, he never feels like I'm just waiting to talk, that I'm genuinely interested in what he's talking about. And that is partially why I've started this podcast, because I want to know more about people. I want, I know a lot of people. I've lived in Atlanta for 22 years. I've gone through phases of being in certain kinds of groups and different communities in Atlanta, and I want to know more about all the people I know. And again, I have a whole list of people I want to get on this podcast.
There's too many cool motherfuckers out there.
I know.
There's too many cool people to.
There's too many people to talk to, man.
I know. There's not enough time in the realm.
I know. Ugh. Yeah, that's partially why, because I already, on top of all the taking care of my dad and all of my creative pursuits and writing, directing, producing, acting, and my full-time day job, I of course needed another thing of doing a podcast.
That's what we all do. I was just telling you how I feel. I'm overextending myself. This year I'm actually really trying to slow down, quote unquote slow down, but balance. I think just find a more balanced life, because
that's hard.
It's especially when you genuinely like to do things. I love doing things.
Who are you talking to?
I know, exactly. We're probably two of the busiest people I know.
Yeah, that's true. And it's a miracle that we hang out as much as we do.
I know, but it's beautiful. It's a wonderful thing, because that means you make time.
Yes.
I think this year in I've been trying to be more intentional with the time, more one-on-one time with my I call them nourishing friends, friends that nourish my soul, that feel they see me, quality time, and also spend more time with myself. That's always been hard.
Yes.
But I'm trying to be better at it. And I do spend time with myself, but if someone's hey, you want to go karaokeing, my answer I'll always choose to do something with someone than spend a night in with myself.
Yes, I also am guilty of doing that all the time.
Which is not a bad thing at all, because you're making memories, but also
it's okay to say no to things and be by yourself.
I want to say, I'm trying to work on saying no. I'm trying to reframe FOMO as JOMO, the joy of missing out.
JOMO?
Yeah, I heard that. I did not make that up. That is not a TM.
Copyright Bridget Fitzgerald.
That is not a copyright Bridget Fitzgerald. That's a copyright someone else. I'm going to I'm going to have an artistic integrity and give that to whoever that is. Chadwick, Tropical. We can say that.
Chadwick Tropical.
I made up that name.
Joy of missing out.
Yeah,
Perfect.
JOMO.
JOMO.
Chadwick Tropical. Copyright Chadwick Tropical. The JOMO though.
I this is just a random tangent because of what you just said, but I identify as non-binary, non-binary woman, she, they, pronouns, whatever. And so, how a lot of the time people say girl.
Yeah.
So my friend, instead of saying girl, says grill and calls me grill. And so he calls me George Foreman.
George Foreman.
The grill.
As
and
a nickname?
As a nickname, but he for George Foreman being short, he says Jofo.
Jofo.
Jofo. And it makes me laugh so hard.
Hey, Jofo.
So you said Jomo.
Jomo or Jomo. Jofo.
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 No,
Jomo.
It also brings me joy when he calls me
George
is
Foreman. Would you say that's one of your favorite nicknames someone has for you?
Jofo? Yes, absolutely. Yeah? It's so funny. Well, and also, like, my real name isn't Edith. Like, a lot of people think it's like, oh, Meredith or Edith or whatever. So, Emma Dillon is my real legal name, and
I've seen that license. I
have a license and registration.
We went to Puerto Rico. I saw that license.
Yeah, for IT purposes. But people assume my real name is Edith, whatever. But Drew calls me Edith a lot, which also, he says it like, Edith, like I'm in trouble or something, which is also very, very funny.
Yeah.
And I feel like I call you B a lot.
Yeah, I like
Bridget.
B. I get B Fitz. I get Bridgie Boo. BB Fitz. I get Fitz. Mm-hmm. I get, because my last name's Fitzgerald.
Yeah, and you also have a tattoo on the back of your arm that
That's
says
probably
Fitz.
my favorite tattoo.
Is it?
Yeah, because everyone in my family wrote a letter. Mm-hmm. So my
cute. I didn't know
mom
that.
wrote the F. My twin brother wrote the I. No. My little brother wrote the I. Mm-hmm. My twin wrote the T, and then my dad wrote the Z.
Oh, that's
so I wanted like a 4-letter word where every member of my family could write a letter. And yeah,
that's so cute.
One of my friends had suggested, why not Fitz? Because we're all Fitz. Like we all go by Fitz.
And
like
all of you are so fit.
We're
you're also
now.
Your entire Another thing to note about Bridget Fitzgerald's family. All of your family is hot. All of your family, and I know they might hear this. I don't care. I don't care. The Fitzgerald clan, all of you are hot, and you can take that to the bank.
I love that. I'll tell them. We are.
Just tell them that I think they're hot.
I think my brothers are so cute.
They're handsome men.
My dad looks like a little elf.
He does.
He's like a jolly little elf. He's like the Elmer Fudge the cookie elf.
Yeah.
My mom's a gorgeous lady.
My mom's very pretty. Yeah.
And then
all of you are hot. I'm, and I know I'm not the first person to ever tell you that.
I appreciate that.
And I also know that I'm not going to be the last person to tell you that. Whenever you send like pictures of your family to our group chat, I'm like, Bridget's brothers are so handsome.
Yeah, I love it. I know.
If Bridget was a boy, I swear to God.
I keep telling they think it's weird. So I don't know if growing up with brothers, but I keep telling my like little brother Jack, I'm like, Jack, you are so handsome. And they're like, stop it. They're like, why are you being so weird? I'm like, that's not weird. I'm just celebrating like who you are, my friend. Like, that is not, is it?
It's
all right.
weird.
All right, pod. Let's do a poll. Is it weird to tell your all right, pod, the podcast. Is it weird to tell your siblings that they're good looking?
They're attractive.
I don't think it's weird.
You're not attracted to them. It's just I can tell. You can tell them, hey, you look great, and you can recognize that.
I think my brothers are so handsome.
They
and
are.
I can say that.
Objectively, they are hot.
Anyways, I'm not using that language, but I'm saying my brothers are handsome.
Bridget, you're being respectful to your brothers. I am not.
Yeah,
because they are not my brothers. And that's fine.
Done. I love them though.
I don't think I've ever met. No, wait, did they come to your improv graduation last year?
They did.
We weren't really friends.
My little brother came.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
That was almost a year ago.
That was almost a year ago. That was actually a year ago because I did the conservatory and then it ended in October.
Yeah, Drew's graduation is in a few weeks.
Ooh, that's fun.
Drusilla. Yes. He calls me Edith. I call him Drusilla.
Drusilla? Like as in Drew.
Well, Drusilla's a name.
Drusilla. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I know that.
It's not spelled
name.
the way I spell it.
Drusilla.
There's a character on Buffy the Vampire Slayer named Drusilla.
That is a TV show I've never seen.
I think you would like it.
I've never seen. I like. If we're talking about vampires, I love me some Twilight. It is Twilight season.
It is not the same.
I know it's not the same at all because it wasn't Buffy the Vampire Slayer CW.
I don't know about that, but it was like early 2000s.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good to know. The more you know. I should try.
You should. I think you would like it because you like fantasy stuff.
I love fantasy.
And it's like it's all sci-fi. And Sarah Michelle Gellar is amazing.
Okay. Yeah. I love fantasy. Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones. Yes. I'm there.
I think you should watch Buffy.
Okay.
I think it's on Hulu.
Hulu. All right. I'm gonna need to find someone with a Hulu subscription.
Bridget, I'll let you use my Hulu and I'll prescribe you Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Prescribe me, the doctor. Dr. Tingle prescribed you 4 episodes of Buffy the Vampire Slayer a night. Is
yes.
it like a 20-minute episode or is it?
Yeah, it's like a
episodic. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like short. Oh, I love that because like sometimes when you're dealing with like episodes that are really lengthy,
like hour long. No.
And then when you want to binge it, it's just like you're watching like 3 episodes and that's 3 hours.
Yeah. No. One of my best friends, her name is Alyssa Dadieko. Shout out Alyssa. She got me into Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay.
I'd seen a lot of it when I was a kid, growing up as a weirdo teenager.
As we all
yeah.
We all
I wasn't watching
weirdos.
Twilight. I was watching Buffy. Like that's what I was doing. And I'm not knocking Twilight in any way, shape, or form. I tried to like it because it was popular. But I tried reading the books.
Yeah.
And I'm not being like I'm not like the rest of those girls.
I'm a different girl. Well, so Alyssa got me into Buffy a few years ago, and she dressed up as Willow. She has an amazing Willow cosplay. Who, once you watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer, you'll know. But she has an amazing Willow cosplay, and she got me to dress up as Buffy for Dragon Con 1 year, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I am very grateful that Alyssa got me into that show because it is very, very good. Oh, so speaking of what you were talking about, Twilight, I didn't have my Twilight phase until like college. I was late to the game.
That's okay.
Because during I think when everyone was going through their Twilight phase, that was probably in middle school.
Yeah,
I was in my Michael Jackson phase. Like
you do love Michael Jackson.
I was like from like 3rd or 4th grade up until 8th grade. I was like obsessed with Michael Jackson.
Yes,
I did some things. Can you talk about
your will that
my
you wrote?
will? Oh, my will. I actually did write a will.
How old were you?
I was 12. I think this must have been like 2011.
Sure.
I found a copy of my will, and I think there was a line in it that said, I will leave all of my Michael Jackson memorabilia to Dylan and Jack, like my brothers, so they can remember the man who moonwalked across like the world's heart. The king of pop, Michael Jackson. And this is in my and I signed it, and I wish I had an image of this pulled up because I had everyone in my family sign this will that I'd written on a piece of loose leaf paper.
So there will be an Instagram post with this episode, and I'm going to ask you to send it to me so if you're listening to the podcast, you can pull up on the Instagram page the photo that will
of
be posted.
The will.
Yeah.
I will. I was a huge Michael Jackson fan.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of Michael Jackson memorabilia, including Michael Jackson's will.
Mm-hmm.
I did a dance to like Beat It for the 4th grade talent show. Got made fun of. I had like one I Heart MJ. Like my favorite outfit to wear in middle school that I wore once a week were my skinny jean pants from Old Navy that were 2 sizes too big because my mom would not let me get normal skinny jeans.
What color were they?
They were just like the normal like dark denim, like dark blue wash denim. My I Heart MJ t-shirt and then my basketball shoes. Amazing. And I would wear that. That was my freaking uniform.
So I have 2 questions. So what color was the I Heart MJ shirt?
It was black and it was
I Heart New York.
Yeah,
like I Heart MJ.
I Heart MJ, and it had like a figure of him doing like the hee like doing the like pose.
Up on the toes.
Up on his toes, yeah.
His hand on his
fedora. Exactly. It had like a little image of him doing that.
And what did your basketball shoes look like?
My basketball shoes were Jordans. Okay. And they weren't matte, they were very shiny. Okay. They were like, the base was white, and then at the tops of like the high top sneakers, they were like light blue, like almost sky blue. Okay. And the front of the foot, or like the toeing, was black. So it was kind of giving Michael a little bit.
Yeah. And Michael Jordan or Michael Jackson.
Exactly.
Whichever Michael you want.
I always, MJ to me will always be Michael Jackson.
That's okay.
And that's on go. That's on go. But
that's on MJ.
That's on MJ. Great artist, one of the greatest artists of all time. I don't know how I feel about the human being. I think
artists can be complicated people, and you can separate the art from the artist.
And I will allow myself to.
Not everyone will agree with that statement.
Yeah, I think Michael Jackson was a bad
motherfucker, and we can move on.
Yes, we can move on. I think he was a bad guy that needed some help.
Yeah, and we all need help. Sometimes we don't get the help we need. We don't, which sucks.
Exactly. I don't know if I have a new obsession. What's your new obsession?
My new obsession?
What's your current obsession?
my current obsession, I mean, I'm always going to say the Muppets.
The
Muppets.
Muppets.
Is
Kermit a Muppet?
Kermit is a Muppet.
Okay.
So the reason...
Kermit is part of the Muppet.
He's the main Muppet.
That's right. I thought he was a separate Muppet.
No, that's... I think you might be thinking of, like, Sesame Street, like that extended universe. Yeah. The reason why Bridget said Kermit is because we're sitting on my couch right now, and I, for my birthday this year, was gifted a Kermit the Frog plush doll.
Stuffed animal.
Yeah. And he's currently sitting on my lap. And
Green.
I love him so much.
He's great.
He was the hit of my birthday party.
He was. I saw him being passed around.
I know.
He's got, like, a great, like, just a squishability to him.
He does have squishability. I'm really
excited.
excited.
Stuffing.
Because, one of my favorite things is when I go out of town for work, or, like, I go out of town, like, for other reasons, I like to bring, like, something soft and plush with me. And Kermit's gonna be great for that.
That's me with my greenie.
I know, and I was actually about to get to that.
Yeah.
So every episode I task my guest to bring a object that helps explain why they are the way they are. And when I asked you to be on this podcast, usually I don't know what the object is. But knowing you as well as I do, I knew you were going to bring Greenie.
Yeah, I was trying to, like, I knew it was going to be the obvious choice because, like, this is my crutch.
Mm-hmm. Can you explain
what Greenie is?
Okay, so I'm gonna explain visually what Greenie is.
Okay.
And then you will tell your story.
Go for it. Yes, please, take it away.
Greenie is a celebrity icon around Atlanta, for real. Like, Bridget loves Greenie. We all love Greenie. Greenie is a green bear beanie baby that has been so well loved and is so soft that he's got, like, a little bit of, like, he's rugged. You know, he's, like, ruggedly handsome.
He's aged.
I'd say he's, like, not rough around the edges, because he's still very intact.
He's intact, yeah.
And he is wearing... Does he wear the sweater all the time?
No, because this is, like, a classic Thai beanie baby. So but this sweater has been on here for probably the past, like, 5-6 years.
So he is a green bear beanie baby that has the soccer emblem on his left side of his chest, and just like a soccer ball. But he's wearing a red sweater with a white heart on it, and he's just sitting on Bridget's knee right now. And last night, actually, or the other night at my birthday party, there was a adorable photo that we took of Greenie, the other Greenie, because there are two. There's a backup Greenie. Sorry. And I just whispered sorry at Greenie, but the backup Greenie and Kermit the Frog, because they're both green, and it's an adorable
They
picture.
can be besties.
They probably will be with how much time we spend together.
Exactly.
But there was an adorable picture that I'll put in the carousel. So can you explain to me, or explain to our listeners, why Greenie and who is Greenie and why is he your ride or die?
Greenie's so Greenie is so when people ask you what if the house is burning down, what object, it would be this bear, because I got this bear when I was 2.
Yeah.
I was 2 and we were, like, living in England at the time. Me and my family were in England, I think, from, like, 1 to probably, like, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And Greenie was my stuffed animal that I, like, slept with. I think I got this green soccer ball bear, and then my twin brother Dylan got Spangle, which was the American flag, like, exact same Beanie Baby.
Mm-hmm.
And so at one point I just started to become very like, this was my childhood teddy bear. I became very, very attached to it. Mm-hmm. And then basically, like, you know, as you get older, still have a fondness for your stuffed animals. And so I think in college I brought it with me to college, and it would sit on my mantle. During COVID, that's when my, like, fondness for Greenie kind of, like, came back.
Re-emerged, if you will.
Yeah, because I started, like, sleeping with Greenie, like, next to me. Like, it was the stuffed animal that I started sleeping with again because of COVID. And now it's a part of my, like, nighttime routine. Anywhere I go, like, any trip I go on, Greenie is there. Like, I call him my little stowaway, because... Normally, like, I like to travel a lot. Me and Edie went to Puerto Rico.
We're gonna go on a couple more trips next year.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Like, and, like, when I travel, I usually try to travel cheap. Like, I'm talking, like, Spirit, Frontier. I'm backpacking. Like, I'm using a JanSport backpack. Yep. Greenie is being shoved in there. She's coming with me. And so I think the reason part of the reason why I brought it is because it was the obvious choice. Yes. But also I think it just, as I have grown and I think matured into whatever, the young woman that I am, the one thing that does remain is, like, Greenie kind of feels like, I didn't grow up with any pets. Greenie kind of feels like an eternal pet to me.
I
like,
get that,
this is my dog.
This is my dog, Greenie.
This is my dog that, like, just doesn't exist. Like, doesn't talk to me. Doesn't talk to me.
No, it's
great. But, so, I think it's my little travel companion.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a security blanket in a way. Like, if I'm, the most relaxed I get is when I am, like, on my bed or I'm horizontal and Greenie is, like, nestled up in my, like, upper, like, neck, and I just kind of, like, lean on it like a neck pillow.
So I mentioned earlier that you came in and you laid down horizontal on the couch because you were feeling frustrated. That is where Greenie was the entire time.
Greenie was, like, nestled up on my left cheek, and I was just kind of leaning into her. Because, like, I do think it just based on growing up with this animal, like, with this stuffed animal, and there have been many iterations of Greenie. Like, I the last Greenie I had, I lost in Ireland on a family trip, and I had a funeral for Greenie. And I made, like, a little, out of a shoebox, I printed off all these pictures, cut them up, put them on the box. And in my backyard, I invited my entire family. Some of my best friends from high school came and spoke at Greenie's funeral. And then this Greenie that I'm holding now was originally the backup Greenie then. Oh. But now they're the OG Greenie because I've had this Greenie for probably the past, like, since high school, was that, like, 8 years? It's just the legend of Greenie.
No, like, you've made a lot of Kick the Ladder films with or starring Greenie.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Greenie. If you know Bridget Fitzgerald, you know Greenie.
This is my crutch. Like, I think it's so funny.
I don't think it's a crutch. I wouldn't use the word crutch because I feel like that has a negative connotation.
No, yeah.
Greenie's the best. Greenie's so cute.
It's just it's my security blanket. No, like, I find a lot of peace with this bear.
And that's okay. Part of the reason why I ask people to bring an object that it helps explain why they are the way they are. I knew you were going to bring Greenie because Greenie is a part of you. It's not a crutch.
I think, how would this, if I looked at this and I said, why does this explain the way I am? I think this explains, I think for me, I want to love and I think love and connection is what makes the world go around.
I agree.
Why am I trying to make it so deep? And I want to, like, I just want to love on something. Yeah. I think love makes the world go round, and I love this bear, and I will hug it. And
Bridget and I are both cradling Kermit and
sometimes
Greenie.
Sometimes it's nice to just, I don't know, just
it's nice to
still have a stuffed animal.
It's nice to hold something and have the tangibility of showing that love,
I think love makes the world go round.
It does.
I thought about making an Instagram account for Greenie whenever it goes on a
so
trip.
Popular,
because this motherfucker is. I was very, very lucky enough to go and do an internship in South Africa for an HIV. When I was in grad school over the summer, I was in South Africa in, like, Johannesburg for 3 months. I was like, what the heck is going on? I don't know what I'm doing. But I brought Greenie down there, and I fell asleep with Greenie every single night. Like,
it's a piece of home.
It is a piece of home. That's it. It's a piece of home. Yeah, that's a much better way of saying
home
that.
Is where you make it. And if Greenie's there, it can be a little
It does.
homely.
It feels more home-ish. Yeah. It's just a familiar face. And it reminds me of, like, childhood and, like, my brothers, my family. Yeah. Like, everyone in my family knows who this bear is. Yeah. Anyone that's close to me knows how much this little stinking thing means to me.
Bridget, I stand by this statement. If you know Bridget Fitzgerald, you know Greenie. Like, when I stayed at your place a few weeks ago while you were out of town to go to Shaky Knees.
Yeah.
And the backup Greenie stared at me.
Yeah.
And
backup Greenie.
And that backup Greenie stared at me the entire time I was there. Like, you're not my mother. Who are you?
Who are you? What are you doing?
I'm like, I'm your cool Aunt Edie. Peace, you know?
What was your favorite act at Shaky Knees?
You know I'm going to say My Chemical Romance.
Jinx!
It's going to buy me a ticket. No, but they're my favorite. They're always my favorite band. I've seen them 4 times this year. They've been my favorite band since I was in, ever since the Black Parade came out, which I think is in 2006. They've been my favorite band. And that's almost 20 years.
Oh my gosh.
Wild.
I wish I'd seen more of Shaky Knees. Like, I was only there on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. It's a great time. We'll go to a festival sooner or later.
We were gonna try to. We would have had more time at Bonnaroo if Bonnaroo didn't get canceled. I was so.
That's no one's fault.
I know it's the weather gods, the gods of weather.
Bonnaroo getting rained out did bum me out.
Yeah,
but it's fine. Well, Bridget, it's been lovely talking to you for almost an hour.
Oh my gosh.
Immaculate. So I know you do a lot of stuff around Atlanta. People can just look for you like on bills and stuff?
Yeah, on
You do a lot of improv at Dad's Garage.
I do improv at Dad's Garage. I teach an improv class at Dad's Garage if you're ever interested.
Wonderful teacher, Bridget.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I have some. If you need to get a refresh on CPR skills or first aid skills, I teach some of that too. I teach some first aid or just simple emergency first aid stuff.
Refresher.
Yeah, I think that's always so helpful.
Yes.
Including opioid overdose. I'm very passionate about that. Mm-hmm. Follow me on Instagram at bbfitzy.
I was gonna say if people wanted to like follow your journey.
Oh, follow my journey. Yeah, you can also follow me at BumblebeeFits. Mm-hmm. I guess that's my more artistic. That's my artistic one.
You gave a little bit of a stank face when you said artistic, which was so funny.
Oh, really? I didn't mean
like artistic
because it's my more private one. I think.
No, I know. That's why I was like Bumblebee Fits.
Bumblebee Fits is my like close community follows that one.
Yeah.
But.
Just look for Bridget in general around Atlanta.
I'm around. And if you're nearby, say hi, and I'll say hi to you.
If you're nearby, say hi.
If you're nearby, say hi. I want to talk to people. I want to connect. Mm-hmm. I love everybody, and I hope you live a good life, whoever you are, fair listener.
There is one more thing I want to ask you because I fucked up. I fucked up my outro. What is one thing that brought you joy this week?
One thing that brought me joy. Mm-hmm. One thing that brought me joy.
I know it's been a long week.
And there's been a lot of stuff that's brought me joy this week. And it's so hard to choose one. I will say I think making your cake made me a lot of joy.
Birthday cake?
I think making that cake, because I think there's multiple layers of why. It was because I don't actually even like cake that much. I'm so much more of a chocolate chip muffin or brownie pudding person.
Soft serve ice cream.
That's my soft serve ice cream is great. Mm-hmm. I love a brownie sundae and I love a chocolate chip muffin. Mm-hmm. But I think it was because it was a challenge.
It's a challenge.
Yes. I never made something before, and I think it turned out like it was an artistic challenge. I love an artistic challenge, and I think like I'm a very inquisitive person. I want to try new things.
Yeah.
And that was super fun to do that and like design it, and also knowing that it was going to be made for someone I love very dearly, like for a wonderful purpose, and getting to celebrate you. And also, like, it was time with myself that, like, I feel like I'm trying to work on more. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd say that was actually, like, really, really, like, a nice...
Rewarding.
Rewarding, but, like, in a very slow and peaceful way.
I like that.
Say. It was sweet. I'm trying to find a little bit more peace in life, I'd say.
Well, and I think we're done here.
I think we're done here.
Right.
What brought you joy this week?
Oh, God.
Okay.
What brought me joy this week? Gosh. I think, so I had a birthday party earlier this week. I am so grateful and feel so loved for all of the friendship and love that people showed me during my birthday week and how many people showed up to my party. And my theme for my birthday party was 13 going on 31. Dress up like what you were obsessed with when you were 13. I was originally going to dress as Gerard Way from the Black Parade, but I could not find a marching band jacket in time, so I dressed as Lizzie McGuire / Hilary Duff.
You looked so good.
And your costume was just you at 13, which was amazing. Yes. I loved it so much.
I had the pink pants, my lacrosse stick.
You brought Greenie, too.
I did bring Greenie, because I was obsessed with Greenie then, I'm obsessed with Greenie now.
Yeah. But I think that brought me joy. Just like fellowship and like community.
Yeah, community. Everyone coming together and just having a good time.
It wasn't even about me. It was just people having fun.
Yeah, and also seeing connections, like you said, friends from different groups, meeting and connecting. Like, that is humanity. Connections is what makes the world go round, and I will keep saying that. I'll
say that till I'm blue in the face.
Exactly. I will yell that at the top of the mountainside.
At the top of my lungs, and the mountainside.
Connections is what makes the world go round.
Yeah.
And I'm very glad I get to connect with you. My love, my lovely lady. Very lucky to have you in my life.
I am grateful for you, my friend. And again, I know I keep saying this, but I think we're done here.
Okay.
All right. Bye. No, the podcast.
The podcast. Goodbye.
Its full legal name.
Adieu. Au revoir. The podcast. Thank you for having me.
Stop it.
Thank you for having me.
Stop it. Thank you for listening to another episode of Hi, Why Are You? This podcast is hosted by Edie Tingle and sometimes co-host Drew Turner. This podcast is produced by Drew Turner and Edie Tingle. Our logo is by Pete Ivanecki. Promotional photography by Ari Skin. And as always, our greatest source of information is our guest for the week. Remember, work hard and be sweet. And thanks for listening.